Welcome to another dreadful side quest where we dive into some of the world's strangest and darkest topics and or stories. My name is Vlad, and today we're going to be talking about the violence of Black Friday. I watched this content creator's video on Black Friday violence, and it got me thinking. I've never actually thought about this in depth. I've never actually paid much attention to this topic, and I thought it would be fun to dive into a few more of these brutal deaths, because that's my definition of fun. I'm sure there's a few non-Americans watching this, and if you don't know what Black Friday is, well, today's your lucky day because I'm gonna explain to you what Black Friday is, and it is straight up hell on earth, so get ready. So, in America, we have the beautiful holiday of Black Friday. Basically, what happens is almost every single store in America has a huge discount on almost everything from very popular wanted electronics, video games, very wanted toys, everything on sale, like 60 to 90%, and everybody goes batshit crazy over this. My family stopped doing Black Friday after the very first one when I was like 10. Just because it was so bad, it was so crowded, they had a bunch of aisles blocked off so you couldn't get to the things that you really wanted until a certain hour, like 1 or 2 a.m. It's crazy, it's disgusting. There's people running around shoving each other out of the way. But I mean, during that little Black Friday spree that we did like 10 years ago, I did get myself a trampoline. I think I paid like $35 to $50 for it or something, and the original price was like $120. But those are two prices kind of to give you an example of the discounts that Black Friday has. So my trampoline, $120 originally, went down to like $30 to $50. You see what I mean? It's a pretty big deal. So first, I just want to start off with a little bit of history of Black Friday, when it started, where the name came from, stuff like that. The term Black Friday originated in Philadelphia in the 1950s and the 1960s when police officers used it to describe the chaos that resulted from the large crowds of tourists and shoppers that came to the city for the Army-Navy football game and holiday shopping. Okay, so basically Black Friday just got its name because police had to deal with it, and they were like, you know, I'm starting to really hate this. This really sucks. Well, now that you know a little bit of history about Black Friday, I say we get to the fun stuff. I said that way too happily. We're gonna have to reel it back here for a minute. So this first incident is the 2008 Walmart trampling incident. In Long Island, New York, a crowd of over 2,000 shoppers rushed into a Walmart when the doors opened. The stampede knocked down 34-year-old employee Dimitri, who was crushed to death. Shit, oh my god. The chaos led to injuries for several others, and the incident raised serious questions about the safety protocols during the large sales event. Okay, yeah, these Black Friday videos of these customers rushing through the doors is absolutely insane. If you're not from America or you haven't seen this in person, Google crazy Black Friday shoppers. All you'll see is crazy Black Friday shoppers rushing through doors, trampling people, pushing people over and stuff. It's a whole thing. Yeah, that last incident though also kind of sounded like a scene from the movie Thanksgiving. Have you guys seen that movie? Very good slasher movie, very high quality movie. I don't think it got the attention it deserved, but it's awesome. At the beginning of the movie, they have a Black Friday scene where all of the shoppers are going into the store and they crush one of the security guards to death as everybody's just charging into the store. It's a wild movie. Give it a watch though. It's a very good movie. Very good. This next one's a little bit sensitive, so keep your big boy pants on. I don't want to hear it. It's terrible stuff, but we're all in this together. We're all in this together. When we reach, we can fly. The 2011 Walmart. In 2011, a man was shot in the leg during a confrontation in a Walmart in San Antonio, Texas. The dispute arose over a parking spot, and the altercation escalated to a Fortunately, the injuries were not life-threatening, but the incident highlighted the potential for violence over seemingly trivial matters during the shopping frenzy. So, these two guys weren't even at Black Friday yet. They were in the parking lot and one decided to whip out that blicky and go to town. See, this is why Black Friday is so frowned upon. If you're one of the people who wake up happy, get dressed, brush your teeth, eat a good breakfast, and are excited to go out to Black Friday shopping with your family, you got issues, man. You got issues. I mean, if you want to get punched in the face over a towel by a 30-year-old named Rebecca, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. The next one's also a It's the 2014 Black Friday in Las Vegas. Occurred at a shopping mall in Las Vegas, Nevada, where two men were shot. one whom died from his injuries. The altercation began over a dispute related to an item in the store. The incident sent shoppers into a panic, leading to chaos as people fled the scene. I'm telling you though, you go into Black Friday, you better have your fighting gloves on, because if you don't, oof. I don't even want to think about what's gonna happen to you. Next is the 2016 Black Friday stabbing in California. For some reason, I had to do like 5 different takes to say that title. A stabbing incident occurred in a mall in San Bernardino, California, where a fight broke out between 2 groups over a perceived slight. One man was hospitalized with serious injuries. The chaotic scene forced mall security to intervene, and police were called to manage the situation. I know the last 2 Black Friday incidents have been about but at the same time, the next 7 are also Okay, so this next incident's pretty terrible, but it just goes to show even more how bad Black Friday is. In Walmart, customers were stampeding to the door and one woman was knocked down and kicked around, resulting in a miscarriage. That is terrible. Oh my God. People will do anything they can, even if it results in jail time, to get that PS5, you know? Oh God, it kind of grosses me out. Oof. Just how greedy people can be. You want to be greedy? Go to Golden Corral. There you can be the fattest, greasiest, greediest person you want to be. I'm just reading through all these quotes about Black Friday. This one person said, "Walmart can be a dangerous place when they half price an Xbox." How whimsical. You know what I never think about on Black Friday? What the employees have to go through. I can only imagine what having to deal with groups and crowds of hundreds of violent people is like. That Walmart $12 an hour pay, I don't think that's gonna cut it. Although a Walmart in Upland, New York was open all night on Thanksgiving in 2009, employees had put aside special merchandise that was not to be open until 5 a.m. on Black Friday. Unfortunately, the bargain hunters were willing to wait. Scores of shoppers began ripping into shrink-wrapped items hours before they were to be released. Frantic employees called police at 2:44 a.m. for help controlling the crowds. The rowdy shoppers were all ordered outside and told to line up and wait. They passed the time outside yelling and screaming and pounding on the store glass as hard as they could, until it was 6 a.m. and then finally the store manager let people back inside in groups of 30. Yeah, broken glass, broken doors, damaged property from stores. You'll see it all on Black Friday. There's no limits. Just after midnight on Black Friday in 2011, something went terribly wrong for one shopper in South Charleston, West Virginia. A 61-year-old man became ill and dropped to the floor, where he remained as frenzied shoppers stepped over his body on their way to the Black Friday bargains. That's so unbelievably dark, my God. Like, this guy's just laying on the floor unconscious, and a little kid probably asked his mom, "Why is that man laying on the ground?" Mom probably didn't give a shit.
"Just take your Xbox and keep moving. He's sleeping. Don't worry about him."
God, people are such shit these days, you know? Shit. I'm losing faith in humanity. Eventually, a nurse discovered the ailing man and started performing CPR. Unfortunately, he passed away at the hospital later that day. Rest in peace, Greg. I don't know if that was his actual name or not. I just thought I'd give him a name. This next one says sucker punched at Sears. What a place to get sucker punched. No one likes the line cutter, but some people take it to the extremes. While waiting in line at a San Antonio, Texas Sears at 9 p.m. Thanksgiving night in 2012, a shopper tried to cut in line. When another man objected, the offending line hopper punched him in the face. The man who took the sucker punch pulled out a move he later said he made in self-defense. That's fair. That's fair. You get punched in the face if you have a gun on you should probably use it. Can I even say the word gun here on YouTube? I can't say it. I give up. I can't say the word gun. Next one's called Abandoned at a Kmart. This just feels tragic by the name. Most Black Friday shoppers pick up a few extra items as they browse retailers. One man, however, returned home with far less than he should have. I really hope this incident is not about a man leaving his kid at the store during Black Friday. This kid's dead if he did. I'm putting that out right now. In 2012, at a Kmart in Springfield, Massachusetts, a man went into the store searching for a flat screen television. Unfortunately, he left his girlfriend's 2-year-old son in the back seat of the car while he shopped at 1:30 in the morning. Although he did find his bargain, a worthy 51-inch TV, he abandoned the sleeping boy and his car in the Kmart parking lot. Store security saw the boy inside the car and notified police. Police later found the man at home, apparently watching his new big screen TV. They were unsure how he was able to transport it home without his car. Wait, hold on. I had to stare at that for a minute, processing what I just read. So this man took his girlfriend's 2-year-old and his car to Black Friday, left the 2-year-old in the car, proceeded to buy a 51-inch screen TV, take it home without the use of his car, abandoning the 2-year-old and his car in the parking lot for who knows how many hours, and then somehow got home and was just chilling watching the TV, pretending he forgot about the kid and his car? I'm trying to think about how that could have happened or why. I can't put my finger on it. We're just gonna leave it at that. If I think about that too hard, I'm gonna give myself a headache. Every time I read a new incident, I feel my brain shrinking more and more as I can feel the brain rot of Black Friday shoppers taking over my body. In the rush of a Black Friday morning in 2012, a 62-year-old man took to the roads. He already stood in line for 5 hours at a Walmart to buy his grandson a stereo. Off the bat, I want to say that is an amazing man. If you were willing to do that much work to be able to get somebody something, you deserve a golden seat in heaven. That's all I'm going to say, especially on Black Friday. My God, God really does give his hardest fights to his strongest soldiers. He stood in line for 5 hours, unfortunately only to discover that it was sold out. Oh. That sent like a wave of pain through my heart. Oh, I can't imagine that feeling. So, as an alternative, he drove his vehicle to another Walmart in hopes of finding the coveted item still on store shelves. Who is this man? Who is this superhero of a man going to another store after waiting 5 hours at the previous store? No, I'd be in jail if I had to stand in the line that long. You would be seeing me behind bars. I would be throwing hands at some point. Oh wait, here's the downfall of this guy, hold on. Finding his route steamed by a driver who, in his estimation, was going too slow, he swerved back and forth, tailgated, and eventually pulled alongside the other car. At that point, he pulled out a gun and fired a shot at the other driver. Unlucky for him, the driver of the car was a woman whose husband was an off-duty surgeon. Ooh, playing with fire there. And happened to be in another car just behind her. The police officer pulled him over and arrested him. Grandpa's excuse for his hair-triggered actions? He wanted to scare her into moving. Yeah, some people just have really bad road rage like that. I've never had a gun pulled on me. My dad has, actually. He has had a gun pulled on him. One time he was driving and he flipped this guy off because he was just having a bad day, I guess. And the guy, I think he pulled up next to him and there was a gun at the window and my dad flipped.
My name's Graham Beasley and I can confirm that this is true.
All right. So yeah, it happens. I'm sure it happens. I've had my own personal scares with road ragers. This one time, I guess I was going too slow because like 7 over the speed limit's too slow for some people. But this one guy kept trying to get around me and I kept trying to stop him from getting around me. I was being kind of a dick that day because I was like, I'm already going 7 over the speed limit. You can wait your turn. I was trying to teach him a lesson. And then he started speeding up. I thought he was gonna rear end me, but then he like slammed on the brakes right behind me and he was clearly trying to scare me and it worked because I pretty much crapped myself in the seat. You gotta be careful. Whether you're on the road, whether you're shopping at a store, you gotta be careful. There's crazy people everywhere. And on Black Friday, if you're gonna go out and you're gonna go shopping, see what you can find, you're putting your own life at risk. If you wanna partake in Black Friday and go out to a store and then get murdered by like 3 different Karens trying to get their hands on the newest Stanley Cup, so be it. I ain't gonna stop you, but that's on you. Now, there has been a downfall with Black Friday as of recently. Last year, I did actually go to do Black Friday. I forgot about this. I went to go do Black Friday with some friends at like 5 in the morning. We went into Walmart. It was terrible. There was almost no deals, and the deals that they did have, it was only like 20% off or buy one, get one free. There was nothing we could actually use. So what I found out is that most companies have turned their Black Friday shopping to online just because it's much safer. For some reason, it took almost 50 years for people to realize that. So now most of their deals are gonna be online, so you can just order it to your house without having to have the burden of having a bullet put into your leg at 5 in the morning. No joke, I'm getting a headache. I'm getting pissed at all these people on Black Friday. If I go out on Black Friday, I might end up killing somebody. But But I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're not from America and you didn't know what Black Friday was, I hope you learned something new. I hope you learned how terrible America truly is. And I hope that you also learned that us Americans love to fight over 30% off toilet paper. If you're a willing Black Friday shopper, like in-person Black Friday shopper, I probably hate you, and that's where I'm gonna leave it at. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you guys next time.